back-to-back losses. What's the mindset right now?
Well, right now we have Iowa State, and they're the next team on our schedule, so we're getting ready to play them at 6 o'clock in the Carter.
Will it be nice to come home to Carter because it's kind of been a while since y'all played here?
Yeah, I think it's always nice playing in front of fans that you're familiar with. Um, this time around, we'll be playing with more of our fans in the stands, so I think that's good, and their support goes a long way. So I think it'll be fun playing the Carter.
What do you guys know about this Iowa State team so far?
So far, we actually know a lot of them. We've been game planning and just reading all their stuff and just like making sure that we're ready for this game. So for us, the biggest thing this week is just to practice well and hope that it carries over into Saturday.
What stands out about their wide receivers? They got a few guys 6'5", 6'6", really tough covers.
I think that they have good measurables, and that just comes with the task for our DBs and our corners. But I'm confident that Coach P will come up with a good scheme to kind of negate those things. So that's just up to us to figure that out this week, and hopefully by Saturday we'll have a good game plan to go with that.
With the new quarterback they're playing, does that make much difference to you guys from the standpoint of how you go about attacking their offense?
No. I mean, obviously, different quarterbacks have different tendencies, so you can have to watch film and look out for those things. But at the end of the day, we just have to play football, and if we play good football, then I think we'll be happy with the outcome of the game.
What are your recollections of last year's game? That was a tough battle.
Yeah, last year it was tough. We went up to Ames and it was a struggle. But this year's a new year. We have a new group of guys, and they have a new group of guys. So we can't kind of think about last year. We have a game that's coming up on Saturday, and that's what we need to get ready for.
At this point, is this game this weekend, regardless of who the opponent is it more about TCU and getting things back on track?
I think whenever you go into the game, you got to think about yourself more than anything else. And right now we're focusing on ourselves and what we can do to get better as a team. And one of those things is learning to start fast and maintain our momentum throughout the game. So that's one thing that we've been working on, one thing we've been harping on. That's one thing we are looking to execute this weekend.
How do you work on starting fast? What all goes into that?
Just paying attention to everything during the walkthroughs, making sure you're flying around the ball and you're having a lot of energy to start the practice. One thing that we take pride in is having a lot of energy in practice. We don't want the coaches or the rest of the staff to kind of be the energy for us. We want to bring energy to practice. I feel like the more and more we do that, the more and more we'll be happy with our practices throughout the week.
Corey Bethley's been a force here early in the season. How does that help you?
Obviously, if you have a guy in the interior that creates headaches, he kind of takes the attention away from everyone else. So I believe that Corey doesn't not only help me, but he also helps everyone else on the D-line and guys in the secondary. Because if you have a guy that's wreaking havoc and getting in the backfield, the DBs and the linebackers don't have to cover as long. And that means, attention's getting taken away from everyone else on the D-line, so it kind of opens up everything for everyone else.
You look like you hit another gear last weekend against Texas. Do you feel like now 4 or 5 games in, you're starting to kind of feel it?
Well, Coach P, he's talked to us about kind of, heightening up the intensity, but at the end of the day, I'm never really happy with my performance or the performance of the group if we don't win. So that's one big thing that I'm looking forward to is, trying to right the ship and get this thing going right.
The last couple weeks have kind of been defined by turnovers. What's it like being on the sideline and then suddenly you got to run out there? Like you're not expecting to go out there, then suddenly the ball changes over and you got to run out there.
I think that's just part of the game. That's part of this team. We just have to know that if we get put in situations, that we just have to go out there and execute. And football is it's a game played with offense, defense, and special teams. So for us to be the team that we want to be, we have to execute in all those parts. And if one side of the ball is slacking or doing well, it's our job or it's their job to help complement us. So I'm in the business of making plays, and if we're called upon to do that, then that's what we have to do.
Quarter of your senior year gone by, you considered maybe leaving a year early. Now that you've come back, quarter through your senior year, what have you learned or really grown in terms of your game through the first 4 games, your final year of college football?
I think I've been getting a lot smarter in the film room. I've been taking advantage of the extra time that I have this year, watching film with the coaches and Coach P, and just being a better leader, knowing what to say in those tough times or those tough situations that we're in, and knowing how to push the team past those things. And throughout the season, you're never going to have the ideal season or the ideal thing that you want, because nothing's ever going to be perfect, but it's how you bounce back from those things and how you can be that guy to kind of help guys look past those things. And that's one of the big things that I've been working on, and that's one of the big things that the rest of the senior group has been working on, is trying to be leaders towards the younger guys and towards this team.
This time next year, you'll be on an NFL roster, hopefully, Lord willing, and all that stuff. But are you keeping an eye on the roughing the passer rules they have up there, and what's your kind of take on that so far?
Well, right now, I'm not in the league. I'm not in that situation, so I'm just more concerned about getting to the quarterback at the college level. When that time comes, I'll start looking into it. But right now, my job is to help this team win and play football games. So.